Hello, my beautiful and talented people. I just want to thank everybody who's been so supportive. I'm doing another giveaway as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'll give away 2 free readings to 2 of my subscribers who have liked, well, you just need to comment and be subscribed. Of course, I do appreciate your likes and your shares, and I'm just very appreciative of all of you. Thank you so much. So today's question is about shadow work. What do you need to resolve so that you can get to the next highest level for you? And so we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put down a card just so that you have something else to pay attention to. And I am going to move on to pile number 1. So pile number 1, this card is the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, that is a steady but very slow energy. With pile number 1, what shadow work does pile number 1 have to work through? You have the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, the Page of Swords, and the Hierophant. So what I'm seeing is, I think you have a history of people being very controlling. And your part of your shadow work is taking your own internal control back. Right now you're really, you're more just being very defensive about letting anybody in. With the Page of Swords, I think, all right, this might be for some specific people, but I think that because the Page of Swords, and I'm seeing it related to the Hierophant, so some of you need to come forward about how you see religion, or if something in religion has hurt you or a person. Yeah. But it's almost like society and authority have been really toxic to you. And part of what I'm getting is that, like, because the Page of Swords, now I don't know, swords can be truth, and I think that, like, being, even if it doesn't make you any friends, being truthful. So I've got the Ace of Wands. So I think that you will have a brand new beginning through once you are able to do this. the Two of Wands, there's still a part of you that needs to get that healing so that you feel like you can make the decision to move forward. But just, yeah, I think it's important that you know that that no one gets to control you. I mean, yes, there are police and there are institutions, but you still get to keep the interior of your own mind. You can't, part of your shadow work is understanding that what may have been done by authority is not necessarily something you should take on personally. The authority itself might cause heartbreak, because unfortunately power can sometimes cause imbalance. So you're still holding on to the heartbreak, like really almost nursing it, because I think that you feel that it will make you safe. And that's understandable. But it's also making you closed off to opportunities. And I think that it's more, instead of always be closed off, be part of the change you want to see. Yeah, because you can show others that they're cared about. Because I think you are meant to be a caring person. And you're like, well, then why have all these things happened to you? And that have kind of closed you off. But sometimes you get experiences so that you can help other people who've had the same experiences. You do have a lot to give. But you've definitely closed yourself off to your emotions a little bit. But that being said, it's all right to be in part of the healing process. And it's all right not to trust everybody, because not everybody should be trusted. But you do have the opportunity to set things up so that you need to kind of switch, because you're nursing your pain, and you might want to, while at the same time being kind to the younger you that first received that. Because a lot of these things, they hurt so much because something like it has happened before. And with that, you definitely need to treat that part of you with kindness and respect. The part of you that might be making different decisions than what you would want. Because that part of you is trying to protect you. It's just using outdated protection methods. So once you find it, you know, that part of you, why, that core of why you have trouble trusting authority, because authority, I think in your case, has been very toxic. And because of toxic authority, you've closed off to everything. But understand that even if you're not in the you know, in the traditional authority system, you can definitely be the authority on your experience and be the authority for the people who, after your experiences, could really truly benefit from them. So I've got the surrender card. And since you are holding on to that pain, you're holding on to that heartache, and you're letting it make you kind of hard. But ultimately, you need to surrender it. And that is not to say that it's going to be easy to let go. And I think that truths kind of need to come to light with you. If only letting yourself be truly willing to say what things are. I'm getting like I'm getting that in general you feel kind of silenced. But you just need a comfort, that, you know, tender, vulnerable portion of you, and protect it with all the knowledge that you now have. So you may have to work together, work in concert. I don't know if you're planning on being part of like an organization or something, but it to do the most with what you know. I mean, working together with other people will be helpful. So this is just an affirmation from Spirit. They want you to know that you are beautiful and individual, that there is no other person like you, and that you are beautiful. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why you have to deal with your issues with authority, which doesn't mean that you need to say, oh, authority's good. But I think, yeah, and with the King of Swords, that is authority. You're become authority, and it's important to understand so you can do things the way that they should have been done in the beginning. And I mean, there is a lot of healing in this process, but concentrate on self-nurturing. I've got daughter. So some of you may have a daughter. If you're female, you may have had a issue, like something when you were a child that you really needed to be able to bring to the light. But you are beautiful and lovely. And you are going to have a rebirth. And it's all right to be unapologetically who you are. All right, I have the British flag, so some of you might be from there or have some really strong connection. And I know that it can feel painful, but all of this has built your heart up to be beautiful. It has built the heart that you're closing off. It's ready to, I'm getting that you're closing it off to protect it, but it's been made beautiful so that you can protect. So you just need to take one step at a time. And I think be tender with yourself. Know that you might have things that are going to make you skittish. And that sometimes you just need to acknowledge what you're actually reacting to, because sometimes you may be reacting to an older situation rather than the one in front of you. And this may be a little bit of a slow process. However, you have so much wisdom. And you're going through a beautiful transformation. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I am doing another giveaway. So at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give out 2 readings to 2 separate people. You just need to be subscribed and comment. And thank you. So just remember that you're going to eventually be able to just let this go a little bit. Not to say that you shouldn't feel sad about things that have happened to you, but understand that you are somebody who is going to bring in some wonderful things as well. And you're meant to be somebody who shows through your actions love. And you're going to get this new chance. But you just need to resolve a couple of issues. So thank you so much, pile number 1. And we're going to move on to the lovely and talented pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. So this is on healing and shadow work. So what shadow work do you need to deal with, pile number 2? Sorry for the weird lighting. I can see that it's changing. Now the card up here is the Knight of Wands. Are you a player? You might not necessarily be, but you know, it's somebody who very passionate, but maybe a little bit inconsistent. So the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. All right. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this is about being happy within yourself. It's definitely about understanding your worth and value, and really being willing to get and expect what you're worth. So for this one, you need to understand what you're worth, and you are worth quite a lot. With the Eight of Pentacles, you are working on building up, and I think you need to be willing to build up a little bit at a time. Because ultimately this is who you are. Who you are is somebody who is steady, stable, nurturing, kind, just somebody that anybody would want to really build something with. And you are absolutely worthy of love. But you need to see your self-worth so that you can even see the cup when it's given to you. Yeah, you need to really understand who you are and not the illusions that you may have accepted. All right. Because what you are is somebody that is just extraordinary and stable. You have so much earth energy. I mean, some of you are earth signs, but everybody can. I would only say because you have so much that, you know, you might be an earth sign. So, you may have been waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for the work you put in to pay off. And you're definitely dealing with the Nine of Swords, a lot of anxiety. But with the Three of Pentacles, there's collaboration. I think collaboration is going to bring you some level of balance. Because justice is coming in. What you've put out is going to come back to you. That being said, if you've been putting out good things and not necessarily getting good things back, yeah, it is coming in for you. You have built yourself up, but you need to be receptive to the good things when they do come in. Yeah. So you're really having to understand your work, and when a wonderful offer comes, you need to accept that you are good enough, that you are and have put in the work. Because I can tell you from these cards, you've put in the work. And I think there might be a little bit of imposter syndrome. Yeah, for some of you, where if you get the opportunity, you will feel like you don't belong. Yeah, but this is all the work you put in. Yeah, you need to be willing to take it, to be receptive because you've been putting in the work, you've been giving, but you are allowed to take up space in this world, and the space that you actually take up in this world makes the world better. Yeah, some of you really needed to hear that. Yeah, it's not about diminishing yourself. You improve things. But you do need to accept when the good things come to you. And I think that you are more willing to give than you are to receive. And that's something that you need to work on. So I've got the 9 of Cups. I think that you are on the verge of like a dream come true. Yeah. Like real wish fulfillment. And you're being called to this. You're being called to a rebirth. A beautiful new rebirth. And you absolutely will need to maintain boundaries. Because with the devil, like, do you have anything that you have an addiction to deal with? Is it a person? Are you just holding on to the fear? Okay, you're definitely holding on to the fear. Now, I mean, that could manifest other things, but don't let fear own you. And when you find out what it is you truly fear, not because you may have to go a couple levels deeper than you originally thought. You're like, well, like, why does that thing trigger you and bug you as much as it does? Let me see what it... So I'm going to get a little bit more clarity on the Devil card. 5 of Wands. So have you been sabotaging yourself? Or you've just dealt with a lot of conflict? All right. You've dealt with a lot of conflict and you're holding on to that conflict. With the 5 of Pentacles, it has made you feel like an extreme lack. And maybe that's why you feel a little bit like you don't deserve the things that you really do deserve. So you need to be comforting to your inner child. And when you find something that is, when you find that core, I need you to go a little bit deeper and find, you know, the first time the child inside you had to deal with that. And then I want you to give it as much love as you can and tell that part of yourself that you will protect it because you can protect it now, even if maybe you couldn't in the past. Because you are up-leveling. Yeah, you're definitely getting to the next level. This is just something that you need to work on to get there. Because you've already built up a lot of knowledge and wisdom. You already know. I think some of it is, I mean, I think you are doing some practical application with all of these, pentacles. But that being said, being more focused and not concentrating on lack, because you are abundance. You bring value, and you deserve to have things of value as well. And everything that has hurt you over time has just made you stronger. It has made your heart more beautiful. And you are getting good fortune. The wheel is turning in your favor. And again, this is rebirth and rebirth. So you are really coming into a whole new beginning, a higher version of yourself. But you need to let the abundance come, because you are absolutely worthy of it. This is moving forward emotionally. So, I mean, these little things, like living in the fear, like kind of disorganized kind of conflict and lack, those are all things that you can let go. It might take you some time to work through, because the devil takes some time to work through. But you have learned what to cut off with this. And I think some people may see the cold side of your heart because you need to protect it from them, not from everybody. And it's really about taking radical responsibility for yourself. See, and also paying attention to what is yours contribution to the problem and what is somebody else's, because you're really, really, really not responsible for other people's actions. You are responsible for yours, and you want to be putting in that work, and you want to be seeing your value and accepting the beautiful offers of like love and just wonder, and being the true and amazing person that you always have been. Because, you know, this anxiety is remnants of past pain. Yeah, you're still waiting for maybe things to come in, but part of it is you need to expect them to come in because you've done the work. So don't tell yourself that it's not going to work, because the scales are balancing in your favor. You are going to get cooperation. And you just need to hold boundaries where you need to, and accept the rebirth that's leading to, there's a rebirth that's leading to wish fulfillment. And I just saw this. You are somebody who is individual, who's special, who you fulfill a place in life that nobody else does. You do matter. You are somebody who is contributing. And your compassion is your value. And I understand the compassion is often highly undervalued. But really, love and kindness, that's what's real, and everything else is farther from the divine. So I just want to say thank you so much, pile number 2. If you want a free reading, I'm giving 2 away as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers. You just have to be subscribed and also leave a comment. And I also want to say just thank you. And we're going to move on to pile number 3. Hello, my beautiful and talented pile number 3s. So you have the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is you've taken action, you've put your work out there, and you are waiting for your ship to come in. You are anticipating your victory. But you also might be letting yourself wait instead of picking up the next thing while you're waiting for this to happen. So I've got Justice, Temperance, the 3 of Wands. So you got the 3 of Wands twice. And the King of Swords. So I will tell you right now that that the divine, the divine is guiding you. So justice is about that cosmic balance. I get that you have a lot of pain. That you really felt like unjust things have happened. And that very much may be the case. And maybe you want, I think maybe you want justice from some people or situation. And you are going to get equilibrium overall, but you won't necessarily get justice from a person. But Temperance is here. I think on some level, this pain can sometimes make you get really out of balance and out of... So both the Justice card and the Temperance card are balance coming in for you. Balance on the cosmic scale and balance on the internal scale. And with the 3 of Wands again, like if something comes up twice, then you really need to pay attention to it. What are you waiting to come in? Like, is it actually something? Is the thing you're waiting to come in actually the thing you want? Or have you just been like putting the effort in so long that you can't see doing anything else? I've got the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, well, it can be a little bit emotionally closed off. Can be a little bit harsh. Now, I'm an air sign too. It's just, but ultimately, this, you're allowed to value your logical side, your intelligence, but you definitely have to bring it into balance with your heart as well. Yeah, I get that for you a very big theme is balance. Yeah, you really have good things coming in. You are going to have a real offer of just overflowing love. Now, I mean, and it's partially when you open up your ability to have that level of just leaving behind what no longer serves you. And you will have a restart. Yeah, you might be holding on to something that doesn't serve you anymore. And you will have new opportunities of real happiness. But right now you're not looking at those opportunities. You're still looking at what you may have put a time and effort into, but has not yet paid off. Versus what good do you have in front of you? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but I think Judgment may have come up for every deck. So you got the Three of Wands for the third time. It's like you stubborn. It's kind of like you put all your eggs in one basket and you are waiting for that basket. You won't accept anything but that basket. But eventually you may have to let go of the burden of that, because you will have something that's really balanced and equal. But it's going to take you actually paying attention to what Spirit is telling you. And have that rebirth. Because it's kind of like just tunnel vision, but you have tunnel vision towards something that isn't what is actually going to bring you love and happiness and fulfillment. I mean, I'm getting definitely don't miss the moment that you're in, because, you know, your future will be so great. You're in the moment where things are balancing out for you. You definitely got at least 3 balance cards. Like, a spirit really wants balance for you, but but you're just gonna have to open your horizons. So with the concentrate on the people and the places that give you comfort. Like the people, yeah, really very much paying attention to people who are there for you right now, not the people that you assume will be there for the future. And you really have to concentrate on your next up leveling. Yeah, you're getting to that stage of greater self-actualization. I have the mother charm. So, I mean, well, I mean, most people, so, I mean, your mother, there's something significant, and because this is shadow work, you may have to be dealing with some issue that you may have. Yeah. It's interesting. All right, for some of you, you've been pursuing somebody who's just been really, really cold. And I think that you've locked your heart up, not to this person, but to everybody else. And your heart is beautiful, and I think that it's actually meant to be giving a lot of, just a lot of love. I mean, but with the tunnel vision, yeah, I think that definitely wanting to grow is very important. But in case of serious accident, please call a priest. Like, Spirit's been screaming at you for a while. And there are some things that you may need to change direction on. And you probably want to do it before they bring the tower in, and just take it from you. So there is moving forward. There's progressive energy. And with the 2 lovebirds, I think that so are you obsessed with another person? Are you... I'm just getting that you do have love coming in. That if you keep on your path, you're going to ignore. But you've got happiness coming in. You have love coming in. You'll have balance coming in. I mean, just really so much balance. But there's just something that you're stuck on. You're stuck on, and it is leading you not to accept what the universe is offering, because you've closed off to everything but that. And you definitely want justice, but I don't think it's going to come from the same place that you think it might. Justice absolutely does want to come in for you. But just with the Three of Wands, and you need to let something go. It has been emotionally unsatisfying for a long time. Yet you keep waiting. And you keep waiting for it. And you're going to have to let go of the burden. Because healing is coming in for you. I've got the faith charm. Do you have just... I think you need to have faith that if you let go of what you just endlessly are waiting for, then you're actually going to get the equilibrium that you were meant to get, because you have been being refined throughout this process so that you can have a beautiful transformation. But yeah, I'm getting that you're not seeing a lot of valuable things that are being offered to you. A lot of luck that is on your side. And the universe wants you to know that you are absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And absolutely beautiful and fun and special. And that you will have good attachments. But I'm just getting that you need to walk away from something. You're just holding on so tightly to something, and it's not the thing that you're meant to be holding on to. So with the dolphin, there's definitely the dolphin is so intelligent, and you are so intelligent. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's just having to re-navigate. Yeah, you might have to just do a little bit of course correction. All right. I want to say thank you to pile number 3. If you do want a free reading, I am doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So you just need to comment and be subscribed, and you're in the running. Oh, I forgot to get you a card. All right, I've got Mirrored Souls. Are you waiting for somebody you think is your twin? Okay. Now, is your twin coming in? So I think that you may have somebody that you really believe is your twin. And you keep on pushing in that direction, but it's not allowing. You're not wrong that your twin is going to come in. But you may not be accurate about who your twin is. So we're going to move on to pile number 4. So, what shadow work do you need to do? I just threw everything on there. What shadow work do you need to do? What do you need to heal? Oh. All right, apparently I got to take those. Well, Spirit has a lot to say. All right, I have the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Empress, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the World. So you probably have some level of inner self-saboteur. Now, your original card is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a lot of passion, a lot of action. Like, you are a passionate person. You are somebody who can get a great deal done. But there's something unresolved that sometimes just doesn't act in your best interests, and you often get stuck in your head not knowing what to do, not really consulting your heart, and it makes you get analysis paralysis is what it is. You are, however, somebody who is wonderful and rare, but you kind of take those bits and you kind of find reasons not to accept the things that are here for you. So ultimately, you're going to have to walk away from what it is that makes you make choices that aren't in your best interests. And you're probably going to have to go back a little bit for that, like to see really why you react in the ways that you react. But even though you are this amazing person, I'm definitely getting that there's definitely your own worst enemy vibes on this one. But it's not that you don't have all the qualities. You have all the qualities to be successful. You just need to take away the qualities that are keeping you from being successful. But you already have everything you need. You just need to take away the things that shouldn't be there anymore. All right, I'm going to actually clarify the Two of Swords with the Four of Wands. Do you, like, I get almost a fear of commitment with that, with the Two of Swords and the Four of Wands, like because that's definitely about closing off your heart and kind of blindfolding yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see a theme here. And with the Four of Cups, I mean, not making those, not taking the things that were meant for you actually is part of the self-sabotage. Okay, and also keep in mind you have had self-sabotage twice already. So, and you're a human being. I've been there too. Yeah, you just need to work on things a little bit at a time. So I think that you definitely need to, anytime you do something and you're like, why did I do that to myself? You're going to have to do some analysis on that moment. What were you feeling when you made that decision? And you're going to have to recognize the part of you that's kind of screaming not to change. Because as soon as you just handle that part of yourself, the victory's already here. You just need to actively not be putting on the brakes on your own victory. But I've been there too. I do relate. So I just want you to guess what card that I just pulled up again. And with the... Yeah, it's so important. Because you are your worst enemy. And, I mean, you do have just beautiful, fulfilling opportunities coming to you. You do have a chance at rebirth and to be your highest and best self. And that's really what Spirit is pulling you to do. And I think that part of your self-sabotage is to live in illusion. Is it that you tell yourself everything else is going to be better? I mean, yeah. And I mean, you may, if you can't get to the bottom of why you're taking the steps and actions that you are, if you can't see the connection, I mean, there's nothing wrong with seeking help to do that, because you have something in you that is just pulling you back every time you move forward. It's like you have a stasis with, but your base stasis that you're always trying to keep yourself in is not healthy. But you are amazing. You just have this one thing, but it's taking you just really taking... Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of patience to go inside and figure out, like, whether it's, whether you're afraid to have love, or you're afraid to... Yeah, you just got something, you have a part of you that, I don't know if it doesn't feel worthy. Yeah, there's just something in you that is constantly holding you and very strong, but it is within your control. You're just going to have to isolate when those moments when you do something that sabotages yourself. You're going to have to do a little rewind and, like, what were you feeling in that moment? What was that feeling before you didn't show up? because this is part of your healing. And you are being made more refined. And with this heart, sometimes people feel that there might be some coldness. But ultimately, you just need to move on to your second. And also, people may not understand why maybe they got close to you and then suddenly they're cold, you're cold, or something like that. You do need to concentrate on the things that bring you real joy and comfort. And you need to accept that you're deserving of that joy. Because are you doing this because you don't feel okay? I think on some level you're sabotaging situations because you don't feel worthy of them. But like, luck is here for you. And this is the belief charm, you know. So just believe that the good things are here. You just need to, it's just about taking that one thing away. And right now you're letting it drive you. When ultimately it was just something that you put in place to protect yourself that no longer serves you. But people feel that your heart is really closed. But with Judgment and with Tutankhamun, it's about accepting, because Judgment is also about accepting the karma from what you've done. So you're going to have to accept what you have contributed to the situation. You're going to have to accept your calling to do better. And that's bringing you rebirth. I've got the friend charm, amiga. So this one, I mean, is there a friendship that you need to heal? Because you are absolutely beautiful and special. These are not, you don't get the Empress and the world all the time. And just because you're having to deal with something and do your transformation, like, yeah, you just need to get out of the way of your progress. Because you actually have made so much progress. It's just sometimes you pull yourself down. I think you are starting to see it. Because you really do have a beautiful heart. And you really are attracting in love. And you're going through a metamorphosis. A beautiful metamorphosis. I'm sorry, I think I said that weirdly, metamorphosis. And you need to let yourself be free and follow you actually have to get a little bit more in your head. Not that you aren't in your head, but you need to be able to see things a little bit more logically. Because yeah, with the Five of Swords and the Five of Swords, it's just a game. It's just you're putting in yourself in a position where you're just not winning. When there's just something that you really need to walk away from. And you also, there's a lot of 8s in this pile, so 8 might be significant. What was that? 8, yeah, 8, 8, 8. And I believe there's another 8 here. I don't know. Yeah, so victory is here for you because the 8 of Wands is a victory card too. But you got to put in the work, walk away from things that don't belong here, and stop. You need to learn how to stop confusing yourself. To give yourself the clarity so that you can make the choices, because you're just living in confusion. But solid foundations are here for you. But you're going to just have to put in the work and be patient with it. Because you're getting so much love. And a whole new beginning with extraordinary, like you're extraordinary, you're extraordinarily beautiful. You just need to let go of that one thing that is just you not letting yourself win. Because you're meant to win. You just need to really understand that. So I just really appreciate you. Thank you. If you want a free reading, I'm doing a giveaway. So once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 2 readings to 2 different people. Thank you to everybody who's liking, sharing, subscribing, and booking appointments with me. It really matters. And thank you so much.